Hello, welcome to this online GCSE geography course. This course is based on the living world topic. Now the topic will be split into three sections. In section A, we will cover what ecosystems are, interrelationships between different factors of the ecosystem, and where are global ecosystems found. Get started. Lesson 1. Introduction to ecosystems. What is an ecosystem? Well, it's defined as a community of plants and animals that live and interact within that physical environment. You can find ecosystems at a range of scales. There are local ecosystems such as ponds or hedgerows. There are regional ecosystems. These can include woodlands. And there are also large global scale ecosystems known as biomes, which can include deserts, rainforests, savannas, and deciduous forests. So let's take a look at an example of an ecosystem in the UK. Epping Forest. Epping Forest is a woodland in the southeast of England. It can be located to the northeast of England's capital city, London. In Epping Forest, there are three components that we can find in all scales of other ecosystems. These are producers, consumers, and decomposers. Producers, they produce their own energy. Plants produce their energy from the sun using the photosynthesis process. Consumers get their energy from producers and other consumers. There are three types of consumers. There are primary consumers. They eat the producers. There are secondary consumers. They may eat primary consumers and may also eat the producers. Finally, we have tertiary consumers. This is the top consumer in the ecosystem. The third components that you find are decomposers. Now, decomposers break down dead producers and consumers to get their energy. In turn, they release nutrients back into the soil. Some examples of decomposers include fungi and bacteria. Let's pause now and reflect. Time to do a quiz. Answer the questions in the allotted time that is given. Then see if you got it right on the next slide. If you need more time, press the pause on your screens. So now we know the three components in the ecosystem. It's time to find out what else makes up the ecosystem. Other factors that make up the woodland ecosystem are classified as either biotic or abiotic. Biotic factors are living components. This could include plants, animals, and decomposers in the soil. Whereas abiotic factors are non-living components. This could include sunlight, water, and the geology. So ecosystems like Epping forests, they are finely balanced, and the abiotic and abiotic factors often have independence with each other. Interdependence is the reliance between two or more components within the ecosystem. For example, the soil and the plants rely on the rock for the release of nutrients and growth. Also, the trees rely on the soil for nutrients, whilst the soil relies on the trees for stability because tree roots find the soil. Trees may also rely on the sunlight for photosynthesis and rain for uptake of water. Finally, the animals rely on the trees for food sources, nesting or shelters. It's time for a quick pause and to look back and reflect on what we've just learned. By doing this, we're going to practice using a mini quiz. So let's take a look at a question. Many exam questions usually have figures. This can be in the form of a picture or a diagram. We have to use these figures. So let's use the diagram based on Epping's Forest woodland ecosystem. Now, the question is, using figure 1, suggest how biotic and abiotic components are interdependent. There's 3 marks available. So there's 3 marks available for this question. You can answer it in 2 ways, either 3 single points, or you could have 1 single point and 1 developed point. Before we have a go, let's have a look at the model answer to see how many marks do you think it got. Pause the video if you need more time to read and check out. It gained 1 mark. It made 1 singular point about interdependence. To get more marks, it could have mentioned how trees rely on the soil for the nutrients, or it could have said how rainfall for the uptake of water. Now, time for you to try creating your own answer. Now you've had a go at answering. The final thing you need to do is check the mark scheme to see how many marks your answer got. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and look out for lesson 2 of the course. Have a great day.